Hello and welcome to Southern View, your one-stop show for all the news from the south of the country. I'll be joined on this bulletin by my colleagues Sam Daniel and Vijay from Tamil Nadu. We'll also have Deepak Bopanna and Ritu Rajpurohit from Karnataka. We will also have my colleagues Ashish Pandey from Andhra Pradesh and also my colleague from Kerala as well. Ashwin, we will be getting from Kerala as well. But first, some news that is coming in from Telangana, which has in fact caused a lot of concern. The Telangana Food Safety Department has been conducting raids or inspections on multiple food outlets, and the results that they have put out in the public domain have shocked the public as well. There were raids on as many as 55 outlets that were serving pizza and bakeries, and they have found violations in not just the hygiene lapses in this place, as well as license and jurisdictional issues, and much more importantly food safety protocols that have been violated. So far, if you have been talking about unbranded food outlets, now this time around it has been branded food outlets that we are talking about, where serious violations have been found. I spoke to the Food Safety Commissioner Sangeeta Satyanarayana, and she mentioned that these are in fact improvement notices that have been given to them. As of now, they will give them 2 weeks time to improve their hygiene conditions, the food and safety protocols as well, after which if they do not comply, then there could be a serious action that is taken against them as well. I spoke to some consumers who are talking about the kind of concerns that this report has raised after the raids or inspections on 55 outlets that includes Pizza Hut and Domino's as well. Let's listen in. So the food safety teams of the Telangana government have in fact raided 55 pizza outlets. This includes 18 outlets of Pizza Hut and 16 outlets of Domino's and 21 others, whether it's pizza or bakery outlets. And what they found is that 8 out of the 18 outlets of Pizza Hut, 10 out of 16 Domino's and 6 out of 21 other outlets were found to be lacking in hygiene, lapses in hygiene, the licenses as well as food safety protocols. I have with me Bhuvana, Rishi and Radhika. Bhuvana, what's your reaction? You have seen this thing, something like this certainly coming as a shock to consumers.
Absolutely, because all along we've sort of thought that the smaller outlets are the target for such food safety concerns. But when we really rely on big brands like Pizza Hut, especially when we are short of time and we have to order for our children and things like that, this is definitely a rude shock. And with health being the primary focus of most of us middle-aged people, I think this needs to be taken very seriously.
One of the major concerns made in outlets like that are proper health protocols not being there for vegetarians and non-vegetarians, considering the fact that a large majority of Indians are vegetarian. They believe that even though we are giving proper money, proper service should also be given to vegetarians, as they don't know what are the...
So the mixing of the vegetarian and the non-vegetarian good or not handling them separately is a matter of concern for you.
Yes, especially since we don't know if it's being properly followed or not.
That I have spoken to the Commissioner of Food Safety, Sangeeta, and she has mentioned that in this particular case, they have given them an option of improving an improvement notice has been given to all these outlets to change their protocols that they are following to ensure that the hygiene and safety standards are followed. So till 2 weeks, these people will have to clean up their act, and subsequently, if they are still found to be violating, then there would be issued notices by the Food Safety Commissioner. As of now, the samples have been taken away. Some of them have been sent to the labs as well, and they have been told that they must follow all the food safety guidelines. News next from Karnataka, where of course the pothole issue has become hugely politically sensitive and controversial as well. We are joined by my colleague Ritu Rajpurohit. Ritu, what's the latest on the pothole controversy now?
Well, you see, there are huge protests that has erupted across the state here in the Karnataka, whether the BJP is up in the arms and lashing out the state government for not filling the potholes and acting on the timely manner. Now, this particular issue, of course, we have seen how that right after there was a post that was made by one of the company's co-founder. That's when you had the state government swinging into an action as well and pulling up these officials for not doing the timely manner work and showing the negligence. Now, however, the BJP says that there is completely substandard works that have been carried out across the, not just across the city, but also across the state as well, because if you travel to different districts in the state, you will find the poor road conditions as well. Now, that's the whole reason why you're just not seeing the protest in Bengaluru, but also across the Karnataka. However, needs to be seen now, because this is somewhere again being utilized politically as well by the BJP. How is that the Congress is going to give a political answer to the BJP? That's something needs to be seen, because they are doing a lot on the side of the civic body.
Now, it's connected. We are now joined by my colleague Deepak Bopanna from Bengaluru. Deepak, what's the latest on the news that you have been following about the controversy? You've spoken to Mr. PC Mohan.
Well, yes, thank you, Uma. And we've just been talking about potholes. So before we jump to any other topic, I'm just going to show you the work that has been done here. Now, this was a road which was completely pothole ridden, and it has now been asphalted. And you can see the difference in color, which is a clear indicator that it's not been more than 24 hours since the asphalting here has been done. I can, in fact, smell the fresh asphalt. And when I say I can smell it, it's for the residents. It's of Bengaluru and the commuters here. It's good news, because it would mean that it's a less bumpier ride. And that's the reason today the BJP as well staging a protest. They're saying that while promises are being made, like they are filling up potholes, there's a lot to be done. This is, of course, politics as well, as Mr. D.K. Shivakumar says, that these are potholes that have been left behind by the BJP, and it's unnecessarily being politicized now. I, in fact, spoke to multiple leaders while they were at the protest earlier as well. We could probably even listen to those reactions that are coming in.
Near, D.K. Shivakumar, when people started talking about Bangalore infrastructure, without releasing a penny to Bangalore, he started talking about, to divert the people off, he started talking about tunnel road. When the tunnel road plan idea came, that time itself I told the government also, I have told the government also and other concerned authorities also, including the BBMP. See, whatever the DPR they made, 18 crores to 22 crores, they have made money in that only. Corruption has started in the beginning itself.
There are times when projects that were expected to fail have done extremely well, and there are projects that were expected to do very well that have not done well at all. People who actually did not foresee things going wrong because of demonetization or even now the bullet train and things like that will suddenly become very active to discredit one great attempt that's being made by the Karnataka government. Let me tell you, I have personally spoken to people who say that, let the toll be anything, but if at all the, the travel time comes down, we are ready to pay. That is not just the Congress people and also the BJP people saying. You can't predict how people would use and what could happen unless people really see it and then they decide.
BJP leaders are staging protests across the city of Bengaluru in different assembly constituencies to highlight the plight of the roads, which are damaged, pothole-ridden, and also you're looking at garbage being dumped in various areas. BJP MP PC Mohan and leader of the opposition Chalwadi Narayanaswamy, both of them here. Sir, tell us, today you're here in Chickpet area, a commercial area, busy with a lot of people coming here, business activity happening, and the condition is pretty poor. What is the message you're trying to send to the government?
See, today we are protesting in Gandhinagar Assembly constituency, where highest GST is paid from here. From plastic to platinum, people come here to buy. This is a place, Avenue Road, BB Kanga Road, all this area. This has been totally neglected. Let him talk about Bangalore. He is trying to divert the whole people's issue. Today, yesterday also, the Chief Minister went to Azim, wrote a letter to Azim Premji saying, the timing should be changed and other thing. This thing, campus and other things. These are all divert tactics. People are frustrated. They should release more money to Bangalore, not only filling up the pothole, they should also put the asphalt to the this thing.
I'll ask Mr. Narayanaswamy as well, when Mr. Shivakumar says the BJP is just playing politics. When it was the BJP government, they left potholes unattended. That's why the problem persists today.
See, our government was there in 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Whose government are there? This is Congress government. See, they are talking about vote chori. But there is a road chori now. And is a garbage. See, they were telling it is a greater Bengaluru. What is these things are greater? So this is garbage Bengaluru.
Road chori is the allegation coming from the BJP, which says that during their tenure, the condition of the road was good, but now the Congress has reduced it to a bad state across the city, is the claim coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. With video journalist Kumar, this is Deepak Bopana for NDTV. So that's the BJP there, alleging that roads of Bengaluru are resembling craters on the moon. They're making big charges. Even as the Deputy Chief Minister who's in charge for Bangalore as a minister says that at least 1,000 potholes are being filled each and every day. He says 200 potholes in each corporation, at least 1,000 potholes on a regular basis. Now, as we look at these freshly laid roads, it is of course a welcome sign. So let's try and get in some perspectives as well from the people. Hi, you're a person who commutes in Bengaluru regularly. Do you see a lot of potholes? Has it been fixed? Because the government is saying they're filling 1,000 potholes on a regular basis.
I'm just a visitor.
You're just a visitor, but how are the city roads? Treating you well?
There are definitely many potholes. Yeah, there are definitely many potholes for sure. But I'm not sure on daily basis.
Okay, but so how many days have you been in Bangalore?
Just one day. I'm leaving tonight.
Have you encountered a lot of potholes already?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that was a person who says he's just visiting Bangalore, and he says he's already encountered quite a few potholes. But fortunately here, like I was showing you, it has just been asphalted, and right now for people, of course, it's a welcome sign that they at least don't have to go through a bumpy ride on this stretch. This is around the Trinity, road junction, and like this, the promises, of course, are being made that a similar situation will be there for people across the city who've been facing this pothole menace. The BJP today staging that protest not just in Bengaluru, but they're saying that the situation of the roads across the state of Karnataka is quite abysmal, and there is no respite for the people because there is no funding as well that the government has, which is leading to this sort of a situation in Bengaluru and other parts of the state, is the claim that has been coming in from the BJP, which is of course being countered quite strongly by the Congress party, which says they are doing their duty and the BJP is doing anything but genuine politics. They're only indulging in petty politics, and that's the truth is what the Congress says. Now let's move across to Tamil Nadu, where my colleague Sam Daniel will bring you more updates.
Thank you, Deepak. News from Tamil Nadu. In a disturbing development, a minor boy studying at an ITI in Madurai was stripped naked and ragged by his hostel mates at a place called Chekkanurali in the Madurai district of Tamil Nadu. This police say happened on the 18th of this month, and a video that's going viral, which NDTV cannot independently verify, show at least 3 students ragging this youngster, a juvenile actually. After stripping him, one is seen slapping the boy with a slipper, and another one passing lurid comments looking at his private parts. The boy is seen pleading, asking them to let him wear his trousers, but none would listen. There are also others who are watching it, either seated on the floor, which appears to be inside a hostel, or standing around, even as one boy films. Police say all the accused are juveniles in conflict with law. They have detained, investigation is underway, and the warden of that particular government hostel has been put under suspension. And the key opposition, AIADMK, has slammed the ruling DMK, blaming this for what they call rise in drug abuse in Tamil Nadu. And the DMK has said stringent action is being taken, and even in this case, law would take its course. This is what AIADMK and the ruling DMK have to say, even as formal response is awaited from the Tamil Nadu government.
Education system, which is supposed to inculcate good morals and values, is missing since DMK had come to power. This clear indication that there is a huge disconnect between the school system as well as the students who comes there for education. And DMK should definitely hang their head in shame. And trying to do an eyewash investigation and trying to state those guys are minors, anti-ragging clause will be levied on them, would not suffice. There has to be a concrete action in the school education department itself.
The incident in Madurai is very unfortunate. It will not be left unnoticed, or it will not be just let like that. A very serious steps have already been taken. The law has taken its course on the minor students who are involved in ragging. And the suspension of the hostel warden shows the commitment of this government to ensure such events do not take place.
Joining me now, my colleague Vijay. Vijay, at a time the opposition is taking on the ruling DMK, claiming or alleging there is a rise in sexual offences. This has come as a huge embarrassment.
That's right. Ahead of 2026 elections, opposition have been raising such issues, law and order issues and drug abuse in the state. But beside politics, we have to see what exactly the Madurai incident has to say. Like, you know that a teen boy was made stripped and he got ragged by his colleagues. So we have to understand who chooses such hostels. It was a government-run hostels. Usually, students from poor family background go to such hostels and with high ambition, you know. So this raises serious concern over safety of students in such hostels, because recently Chief Minister in one event mentioned that government is taking lot of measures to develop government hostels in terms of infrastructure development and all. And also he named hostels as a social justice hostel. So he said there is no any sort of discrimination in any under DMK government. But in this backdrop, this incident has sparks outrage among the politician and political party, even among the general audience. So even DMK says that law is taking its own course of action, whereas police officials says they have already detained the three teens who ragged the student, and also warden has been suspended for not ensuring the safety of the student. But the concern is, what will be the government action in future to avoid such incidents in future? Over to you, Sam.
Thank you, Vijay. There is another breaking story. The TTV Dinakaran, AMMK chief, has made it clear that he will not return to NDA. He had recently exited NDA, demanding a change in leadership in the AIADMK. For more on this, let's go back to my colleague Vijay. Vijay, this could be again a major setback for NDA in Tamil Nadu, particularly after Annamalai met TTV Dinakaran. He has ruled out his return. Take us through the developments.
That's right, Sam. TTV Dinakaran once again reiterated that he says he won't be coming back to NDA alliance as long as EPS be the CM face for NDA alliance. This is once again we can hear from TTV Dinakaran, but day before yesterday, only Annamalai met TTV Dinakaran in his residence, where he said that there was a discussion between TTV Dinakaran for more than 1 hour. He even said that he wished TTV Dinakaran and O Pannirselvam should return to NDA alliance to defeat the DMK as a common force. But however, TTV Dinakaran maintains his stand, saying that he won't return back as long as EPS be the CM face. Politically, in a larger picture, we have to see ADMK and especially EPS under tremendous pressure, because this would be the do or break for election for ADMK, because they have been facing continuous defeat after demise of Jayalalitha. You know, from 2019 election 2021 and 2024 election. They have been facing defeat. They are struggling to register victory in the election. So 2026 election would be a major election for ADMK. However, there has been the internal conflict also in the party. It would be a challenging for both BJP and ADMK as they are struggling to maintain the alliance in Tamil Nadu. But however, ADMK believes that they can form a government in 2026 election with their force. So EPS says that already ADMK is united and very strong. They would defeat the DMK in upcoming elections. Sam.
Thank you, Vijay. At the moment, NDA seems to be in trouble because already the PMK, another ally, is also facing an internal conflict between the father and son there. And the NDA will be certainly worried, even as AIADMK struggles to fight back after losing 3 consecutive elections. Another political story from Tamil Nadu. DMK leader and Deputy Chief Minister Udayanidhi Stalin has taken on the key opposition AIADMK, saying that the AIADMK is a divided house now, and that as long as EPS continues to be the party's boss, it's advantage DMK, and that will pave way for the return of the DMK in Tamil Nadu, he says. This is what Udayanidhi had to say, slamming EPS.
இன்னும் நீங்கள் 100 ஆண்டுகள் நல்ல மனவளத்தோடு உடல் வலிமையோடு நீங்கள் வாழணும். நீங்கள் தான் அதிமுகவுக்கு நிரந்தர பொதுச் செயலாளராக இருக்கணும். உங்களை தவிர வேறு ஆளே கிடையாது. உங்களை விட தகுதியான ஆள் நீங்கள் யாருமே கிடையாது. அப்படி இருந்தீங்கன்னா தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுக்கு நல்லது, எங்களுக்கும் வேலை சௌகரியமாக இருக்கும். சிரிச்சிடாதீங்க, நான் உண்மையாக தான் பேசுகிறேன். ஏன்னா இப்படிப்பட்ட நிலைமையில இன்னைக்கு தமிழ்நாடு இருக்கு. ஆனால் நம்முடைய தலைவர் அவர்கள் ஒவ்வொரு விஷயத்தையும் பார்த்து தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுக்கு என்னென்ன தேவை அதை பார்த்து செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்.
Well, the AIADMK says DMK, which is indulging in family politics, would be voted out, and that there is a strong anti-incumbency in the state. That's all from Tamil Nadu. Let's go over to my colleague Ashwin in Thiruvananthapuram for a breaking story. Ashwin, it's over to you.
Well, the breaking story is that the Kerala High Court has nudged the Enforcement Directorate Council, the Standing Council, to look into the car smuggling that has happened in Kerala. In fact, today, while hearing a case, the division bench of Kerala High Court, which deals with the PMLA case, Justice K. Narendran and Justice Murali Krishna, in fact, asked the Standing Council whether the Enforcement Directorate is not looking into this particular car smuggling case, which has been widely reported to the media. They said there could be a possible angle of money laundering in it, and that is well within the confines and the jurisdiction of the Enforcement Directorate, to which the Standing Council, Jaishankar V. Nair, has stated that in fact they will. In fact, the latest update that we are getting from our sources is that the Enforcement Directorate internally has asked for all the documents from the Customs Department also with regard to the investigation that is ongoing in this case, which essentially means a big national agency will be looking into this matter of the car smuggling that has happened, where luxury cars have been brought illegally from Bhutan and used for signature, including that of insignia of the Indian Army, the embassies, and various other counterfeit methods were used. And what is also what we are getting to hear is that there's a Coimbatore-based gang which is under the lens for this kind of operation. In fact, we are also getting information that even the GST wing will also be investigating this matter, and all the people who own similar cars will be called in for questioning, and summons will be issued not just by the customs. It is likely that the coming days the Enforcement Directorate is going to take this case fully on board.
Thank you, Ashwin. News now from Andhra Pradesh, where tomorrow Chief Minister Nara Chandrababu Naidu is expected to formally open India's first AI integrated command and control center at the Vaikuntham Q complex at Tirumala. As you know, Tirumala is not just the richest temple anywhere in the world, but also the most visited place of worship anywhere in the world, with as many as 1 lakh pilgrims coming in every year, especially higher during the Brahmotsavam times. Using artificial intelligence, what this is expected to now do is to give pilgrims a much more safer, pleasant and much more easy experience of visiting the pilgrim site. What it is expected to do is 4 different things. One is crowd management because of the big numbers, so it will be able to tell how long the queues are going to be and therefore the staggering of the queues so that any kind of a stampede does not happen. Second is enhanced security, because with facial recognition technology and also real-time data going in, they are able to monitor and ensure that their place remains safe and there are no stampedes either, and any kind of a threats physically can be stopped. Even the theft can be monitored. The third one is 3D mapping in order to be able to coordinate not just the visitors to the temple, but also the accommodation to be provided to them, and also the meals that are provided free to all the pilgrims coming into Tirumala. The fourth one is a very important one. Once again, this is about cyber threats that they want to monitor in terms of not just the social media, but also the cyber threats that can happen, and that is something that will be monitored in a centrally located huge screen that will have cameras beaming in from all the different locations, including Alipuri, from where the pilgrims actually start their voyage from Tirupati to Tirumala, and all this is expected to enhance pilgrim experience at Tirumala, making it a safer place as well. That's it then on Southern View from all of us, Sam Daniel and Vijay in Chennai, Deepak and Ritu in Bengaluru, and also Ashwin from Kerala. It's a goodbye from us. Thanks so much for watching. Lots more coming up on the other side of a very short break.